All right, who's going to be the captain? Ami, and you understand your role? Ami, and you understand your role. Thanks for correcting me. You understand your role as captain, right?
Yes, sir.
If I hear a lot of confusion during the bonus questions, if I say name 5 of the 12 disciples and y'all, we can't make out who it is. I'm gonna say, Ami, give me your answers. All right. So that's why your peers voted you as the captain. All right. And who's your coach? All right, and there is the coach right there. Now I got one thing. I'm sorry to do this now. I got one request. Part of our rules is we can't have anybody with game officials on the first row right here. So these are game officials. So if everybody can shift back one row, because I want the coaches close. So if everybody can shift back a row to allow him to sit here, because I do want them up front, close to their team. So if everybody can shift back a row forward. I know this inconvenient. I'm sorry, but y'all remember that from here going forward. I just want to make sure. These are all game officials, and over here we have game officials too. So, but we do like the coaches to be close as they can to the players. So if you can just move back from one row. All right, so there's the captain. And let's give South Central Senior Youth a hand. All right. Moving over here to Allegheny West Senior Youth. Buzz in and state your name. Okay. Your name is You have a short nickname? Simone.
Yes.
Simone. So I'm gonna call you Simone. All right. Keyshawn. Matthew. And who's going to be the captain?
Me?
Okay. All right. Keyshawn, who's your coach? Who's your coach?
Brother David.
Where is it? Okay. All right. You want to sit on? You fit on that side? All right. We got a little room for you over here if you want to sit a little closer. But it's up to you. It's up to you. She's probably said, I've already trained. They're good to go. All right. Now give me that name, that nickname one more time.
Simone.
Simone. I gotta remember that. All right. I'm gonna put it up here that way.
Want to rewrite it quickly?
How do you spell that?
S-I-M-O-N-E?
Simon with an I.
Okay.
All right. Hands on the buzzer. Take a deep breath. Let's praise the Lord in our knowledge of the word here. Who wants to dip his foot? Yes, that is Jordan. Asher is correct for 10 points. Toss up. The fatherless, the stranger, and the widow. If you do this to them, you are cursed. Yes, Ami. Time got you, Ami. I finished it. 2 seconds. No takers? I prefer the judgment, so I was looking for. Toss up. The 25-point bonus attached. According to Moses' blessing on the children of Israel before his death, for Joseph, what kind of fruit will be brought forth by the sun?
Good fruit.
Good fruit. That's a good guess. Not what I'm looking for. Let's see what this side has. No takers? Precious. That 25-point bonus dies. Let's go to Ephesians. Y'all read Ephesians? Just a little bit? All right, here we go. Give thanks always to God, says Paul. But in whose name did he say we must? Yes, that is Ami.
Jesus Christ.
I'll give it to you. Toss up. Let's go to Deuteronomy 30. Fill in the blank. The blessing and the curse. Thou shalt call them to blank among all the nations. Just Jordan.
Well.
To dwell. That's a good guess. The answer won't satisfy this question. What you got for me, Allegheny West? All right, that's mine. Call them to mine among the nations. Toss up. How old was Moses when it came? Yes, Jordan.
120.
Ah, great anticipation, but not where I was going for. Let me finish it for you, Allegheny West. How old was Moses when it came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Israel? No takers? All right, stop the clock. Remember, in Bible law, y'all, this ain't Jeopardy. It's okay to guess. If you can't think of a number, say something. 40. If you can't think of a city, say Jerusalem. Can't think of a disciple, say something. It's okay. We're not taking points away. This ain't Jeopardy. So it's okay to guess. All right. So don't let any questions go unanswered. Do say something. All right. All right. Here we go. It's 40 is what I was looking for. Toss up. Start the clock around. Start the question. By what did Paul say we are sealed? Yes, Ami.
By grace.
Good try. Not what I'm looking for, though. Decide you want to take it. Yes, with Tommy.
Blood. Blood.
Blood. Oh, I was looking for the Holy Spirit of God. Good tries. So I liked it. That's what I want. Try. Toss up with a 15-point bonus. What was the occupation of Demetrius? Yes, that's Jeremy.
He was a silversmith.
That is exactly right. And you earned your team a 15-point bonus. It's from Acts 1:11. Complete the quotes. Ye men of Galilee.
Why you stand ye gaze up into heaven?
There you got it. 15 points. Very good. Toss up. Who killed James, the brother? Yes, that's Jordan. Time got you, Jordan. Time got you. I think I finished it. I didn't. Here we go. Who killed James, the brother of John? No takers? Herod. Toss up. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 says, blessed shalt thou be in the city. What was the next place listed where you will be blessed? Yes, that's JR. Right? In the field is right, JR, for 10 points. Toss up. In Deuteronomy chapter 4, Moses stood here before the Lord when the Lord asked him to gather the people together to hear his words. Yes,
Mountain.
That's what I'm looking for. Good try, though. I probably would have said the same. Decide. You want to take it? Yes, that's Simone.
Montserrat.
That was another good guess. I was looking for horror there. Toss up with a 10-point bonus. Because of the sharp contention between Paul and Barnabas regarding John and Mark, Paul chose this person to, that's what Jaron says. Silas is right to accompany him to Syria and Cilicia, and you've earned a 10-point bonus, and here it is. In Iconium, who was given the Lord's grace to grant signs and do wonders?
Paul.
I heard them both. Paul and Barnabas, very good for 10 points. Toss up. Where did Festus go from Caesarea after 3 days in the province? Yes, Ami.
Jerusalem.
Right. For 10 points. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, man. Here you go. Lord will bring it back to you sometime. Toss up with a 10-point bonus. The toss up is some Acts, and the bonus will be from Deuteronomy. Should you get it? Here we go. From whose presence does the time of refreshing come? Yes, Ami.
Jesus Christ.
What I'm looking for. Good try, though. Decide you want to take it. Yes, Kishana.
God.
I'll give it to you for 10. Here's your 10-point bonus. According to Deuteronomy 30, who has driven all nations and who has reminded them of the blessing and the curse? Y'all can all talk. Help them out.
Jesus Christ.
You got 2 more seconds. Time got you. It's the Lord thy God. All right, here we go. Toss up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 4, Moses served or set aside 3 cities: Golan, Bezer, and what other city? Yes, that's Ami.
Ramoth Gilead.
Right, Ramoth Gilead, you said. Ramoth Gilead?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
The first word is Roman.
I'll take it. Stop the clock. I'll take it. Toss up. How long did Moses stay on the mountain when he went up the second time? Yes, there's Jordan.
40 days.
Clock.
All right. You're taking a while to get it out there. All right, 10 points. Here we go. Toss up. Where was the great sheet that Peter saw in his vision? Hold on. Stop the clock, please. Stop the clock.
Oh, from heaven.
Who buzzed in? I didn't see. Okay, go ahead.
From heaven.
Not what I was looking for here. Did I finish it? I think I did. Where was the great sheet that Peter saw in his vision knit? All right, at the 4 corners. Too late, just after the 4 corners. Is that what you was going to say? Okay. All right, here we go. In Deuteronomy chapter 9, whose children are described as great and tall? It's Jerry.
Children of the Anakim.
That's exactly right, man. Toss up with a 10-point bonus. In Deuteronomy chapter 7, if the Israelites said in their heart that the nations were more than them, the question was then asked, how could they do this? Dispossessing was what I was looking for. Toss up. Here we go. According to Acts 3:1, the 9th hour is considered to be, yes, that is Ami.
Hour of prayer.
That's exactly right, for 10 points. Be specific. Give this person's full name. Who was Cornelius instructed to send for in a vision? That's Jared.
Simon Peter.
I'll give it to you for 10. Very good. That brings us to the end of the half. Coaches, you got 1 minute on the clock to talk to your players, make substitutions, and words of encouragement.
Can I get everyone's attention? Our second game is going to be between Southeastern Conference and Allegheny East Conference. So teams, make sure you get ready.
So whoever's doing name and rings? Okay.
I did small, but it's not dark. Yeah, you know, it's a mark. So he doesn't have trouble. If he can see it, then that's fine. Can you see Simone? Actually, can you see it? Yeah, there you go. That's what we're looking for. No.
All right, here we go. Oh, Allegheny West. All right, maybe down, but you're not out, all right? I've seen teams come from more than 100 points down. Sometimes you just get on a roll of questions that you know, all right? So you want to hook them like a fish and reel them in, all right? All right, and you got a new captain out here. Let's see, who is the new captain? Oh, over here, look. Wait. Let me finish this side. Let me finish doing my words of encouragement. So you want to reel them in, all right? All right, get on time. Don't let no question go unanswered, amen? All right, coming over this side, these are the South Central Senior Youth. You guys have got to make like the Heisman Trophy statue and keep them at bay, all right? All right, now who is the new, I heard we got a new captain. All right, who's that? Jordan? Well, you was at the table before, weren't you? All right, good. So, but you're the new captain now, all right. Now, we got a player down here that I don't see. That's Jaden. Is that correct?
Two.
I see a Jaden over here.
Right.
Oh, and Brian, too. You got two substitutes. All right. Jerron. Brian, you came in for Jerron, I guess, right? All right. Brian came in for Jerron. JR, you still there? Jordan, you still there? And we got Jaden, right? Jaden, who'd you come in for? Ami. All right. Man, I've never heard of two captains. That's pretty good. That's the first there. Usually the captain stays in the whole game, but man, y'all so good. I got co-captains. All right. You're good. That's good. All right, here we go. Second half. What was the name of Sapphira's husband? Yes, JR. Right, for 10 points. Toss up. How many wards did Peter and the angel pass before they got to the... That's Jaden.
4.
4? Excuse me, not what I'm looking for. Let me finish it for you. How many wards did Peter and the angel pass before they got to the iron gate? We're talking. 2 is right. 2 is right. What took you so long? You had it. That's good. Toss over the 10-point bonus. Be specific on this question. As recorded in Deuteronomy 23:5, who did the Lord say he turned the curse into a blessing? Yes, Jordan. That's what I'm looking for here. Decide you want to take it. It was unto thee, is more general what I was looking for. Here we go. Although people would not join the apostles, starting with an M, starting with a what? M, how did they view them? Yes, Brian.
As holy men.
Holy men, what I'm looking for. This side, you want to take it? All right. They magnified. That's what I was looking for. Magnified. Toss up with a 10-point bonus. Jesus said, after the apostles received the Holy Ghost, what should they do? Yes, JR.
Spread the gospel.
Spread the gospel? That's a good answer. That's what I'm looking for this question. Kishana. Rejoice. Another good answer. You was getting close, but it was be witnesses is the word I was looking for. Toss up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 17, where was Israel to bring the man or woman who committed that wicked thing? Jordan. To the elders. That's a good try. Also, this side you want to take it. I'm finished. Yes, that's Simone. Nah, what I'm looking for. Unto the gates, unto thy gates is what I'm looking for. Toss up. This is the fill in the blanks from Acts chapter 19. And God wrought blank miracles by the hands of Paul. Yes, that's Jake. Great miracles. I would guess the same thing, but that's not what I'm looking for here. Take a guess. Out in West. Kishana. Many miracles. Another good guess. I was looking for special miracles. Special. Toss up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 34, who died at the age of 120 years? Yes, JR. Moses. JR was all over that one. Very good for 10 points. Toss up. Let's go to Ephesians. What type of person did Paul say would not have an inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God? Jake. A rich person? What I'm looking for. That's a good guess, though. This side, you want to take it? No takers? Unclean. Unclean. Is that what you was going to say, Matan? You was going to say that? Okay. It's a little bit late. A good try, though. Here we go. Of whom is it said, so the Lord alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him? Brian. Paul. That's a good guess. Brian, not what I'm looking for. This side, you want to take it? Kishana. Abraham, another good guess. I'm looking for Jacob. A little bit further down the line. Here we go. Toss up the 10-point bonus. Who rose up after Theudas? No takers? Judas Galilee. That bonus dies. Here we go. How long was Israel to build bulwarks against the city that makes war with them? That's it. That's Brian.
40 years.
40 years? Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Good try. On this side, you want to take it? All right. Until it be subdued. That's what I was looking for. Toss up. As Saul made havoc of the church, what were the disciples doing? Yes, that's Jordan.
Preaching and teaching.
Can you be more specific?
Teaching the gospel.
Let's see what they say over here. Allegheny West. No takers? You was getting there. I was trying you to say preaching the word. You was getting there, man. Good try. Toss up with the 10-point bonus. In Acts 3, what is the first thing a certain man did after standing? Yes, Brian.
Rejoiced and up and down.
Good try, Brian. Not what I'm looking for. It's all yours, Allegheny West. Yes, Simone.
Praise God.
Praise God. Actually, after standing, he walked. That's what I was looking for. Walk. Toss up. To where did Moses flee after killing the Egyptian? It's JR. Midian. I'll give it to you. Or you could have said Midian. Transliterated verse. Very good for 10 points. According to Deuteronomy, all Israel would hear and fear of the stoning of the enticer and should do no more any such what? JR. Right. It's right. Wickedness is right for 10 points. Toss up with a 10-point bonus. Both are from Deuteronomy. Fill in this blank. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art blank, and hast forgotten God that formed thee. Yes, Kishana. Curse. That's a good try. Good try, Kishana. I like that. Decide you want to take it. All right. Thou art unmindful. That's what I was looking for. All right, that bonus dies too. Here we go. 3 seconds. Here we go. Why should no man take the nether millstone to pledge? Yes, Brian.
Because it was written by man.
Good try. That answer won't satisfy. This side, you want to take it? All right. For he taketh a man's life. That's why. All right. Toss up. During what time of day did a vision of a man of Macedonia appear to Paul? That is JR. Midnight? I'll give it to you for 10. Toss up. How did the apostles ask the Lord to help them choose the apostle to replace Judas? Yes, that is Jacob. They cast lots. Not what I'm looking for in this case. Yes, Matthew. They baptized. Not what I'm. They simply prayed. They simply prayed. All right, that brings us to the end of the game. Allegheny West 20 and South Central Senior Youth 185. All right. Yes, shake hands. No, I get one. It was a little curious.
Now they're not playing until tomorrow, so it could stay. These two next. I thought you had a test of units. Game 2 is the CC.
You got a new CC?
Yes.
Type in the name. He's going to do this for us. She's Brown. He's going to type in. You know how to do that?
Yeah.
Let me show you. No.
I forget.
Okay, what you do? You're going to do it. I'm going to walk you through it. Yeah, it's going to be two. It's a two-tab. Do the names and then it's team A, team B. I mean, players for one and one. You know, it's pretty simple. What's your Southeast? What conference? Allegheny East. Allegheny East. You see that you put it the same order. Yeah. The reason you got to type in here is the school. No. Oh, yeah. Usually you do. As soon as you type in here. He is going to fix it where this is going to
Oh, it's like, where did everybody go?
Allegheny East, right?
Yes.
Isaiah. Question. Isaiah.
Okay. So this is game 2 for our senior youth. We're going to welcome our players and have them test their buzzers in a minute or so. Everything's typed in. I'm going to start with Southeastern. On my far left, Jalen, go ahead and test your buzzer.
Jalen.
All right, welcome, Jalen. Keep going.
Zion.
All right.
Xavier.
Xavier. Darian. And who is your captain? All right, let's welcome our senior youth from Southeastern Conference, everybody. I'm going to start over here on my right for Allegheny East.
Andrew.
Welcome, Andrew.
Samara.
All right, Samara. And who is our captain?
Andrew.
All right, Andrew. Okay, let's welcome our senior youth from Allegheny East Conference. All right, this is game 2. Our players have studied all year. They know their books, and so they're ready to start playing, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we have 6 minutes. We're getting there on the clock. All right, so the time will begin after I finish reading my first question. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, good. Remember, I love people that speak out loud and are confident. It helps the game go by quickly and helps us to understand what you're saying, and we can move on to different questions, okay? So speak out for me. Here's your first toss-up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 1, in the land of Moab, Moses began to declare what to the children of Israel? Yes, Andrew. The law is correct. That's all I need for 10. Here's your next toss-up. What man caused the commotion about the way? Andrew.
Judas.
Can't take that answer. I finished my question. Saul. Can't take that one either. Next toss-up. This one's attached to a 25-point bonus. Who said, "Trouble not yourselves, for his life is in him"? Yes, Andrew. That's it for 10. Here's your 25-point bonus. Allegheny East. List those as declared by Peter who gathered together against the holy child Jesus.
The Jews, the Gentiles, the Sadducees, the Pharisees, the high priest.
All right, time got you. I didn't hear anything that I needed to hear on that one.
He said Gentiles.
He did?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's 5 for that. Here we go. Next toss-up. We are to put on the whole armor. Yes, Andrew?
Put on the whole armor of God and the helmet of salvation.
I'll finish the question for you, Southeastern. We are to put on the whole armor of God so that we are able to stand against what of the devil? Yes, Ian?
Temptations.
Good try. Looking for the wiles of the devil. Next toss-up. Great stones were to be set up by the people of Israel. When were these to be set up? Yes, Xavier?
After they crossed the Jordan.
That's it for 10. Next toss-up. Paul closes the book of Ephesians with this word. What is it? Yes, Ian?
Amen.
That's it for 10 too. Next toss-up. Finish the verse. In the last chapter of Deuteronomy, and there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses. Okay, go ahead, Andrew.
That led the people.
Oh, I'll finish it for you, Southeastern. Finish the verse in the last chapter of Deuteronomy. And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew. Yes, Xavier?
Face to face.
That's it for 10. Next toss-up. Now this toss-up is attached to a 10-point bonus, everybody. After proving their daughter's innocence, how many shekels were given? Yes, Xavier?
100 shekels of silver.
That's what I need for 10. Here's your 10-point bonus, Southeastern. How does Moses describe the manner in which God bare the children of Israel?
As a man that bears his son, as a father bears his son.
Got it for 10, got it for 10. Next toss-up. How long after Moses spake his song to Israel did the Lord speak, saying, yes, Xavier?
Immediately.
I'll finish the question for you, Allegheny East. How long after Moses spoke his song to Israel did the Lord speak, saying, get thee up into this mountain, Abram, unto Mount Nebo? Yes, Andrew?
The same day.
That's it for 10. Next toss-up. Where was Peter taken when he got to Joppa? Yes, Jalen?
Fire.
No, I can't take that answer. I finished my question, Allegheny East. Andrew?
To the temple.
No, looking for the upper chamber. Next toss-up. What was the judges and officers to follow? Yes, Andrew?
The law of Moses.
Can't take that answer, but good try. Yes, Xavier?
The will of the Lord.
No, good try. That which is altogether just is what I have here. Next toss-up. This one's attached to a 10-point bonus. How will the Lord put out the nations before the Israelites? Andrew?
With fire and fury.
Good try, but I can't take that answer. You got 2 seconds. Xavier?
Slowly.
Looking for little by little. Next toss-up. Masters are admonished to give justly and equally, knowing that they have this in heaven. Andrew?
A master in heaven.
That's what I need for 10. Next toss-up. This one's attached to a 15-point bonus. In Deuteronomy chapter 11, Israel was instructed to bind up God's words for a sign upon their what? Xavier?
Hands.
That's it for 10. Their hands, and here's your 15-point bonus, Southeastern. According to Deuteronomy 19:17, who should both men stand before, between whom there is a controversy?
Or the judges.
Before the judges, the priests, the elders, the Levites,
people.
Moses, the judges,
Did you say the Lord?
Yeah, they said the
Okay,
Lord.
got him off for 15. Thank you, judges. Next toss-up. Who wrote special miracles? Sorry, stop the clock. Who wrought special miracles by the... Yes, Xavier.
the Lord.
That's it. God of the Lord. Next toss up. According to Deuteronomy 27:6, what was the altar built to the Lord to be made of? Xavier. That's it for 10-2. Next toss up. Deuteronomy 31 starts off recording that this person spake these words unto all Israel. Yes, Xavier.
Moses.
That's it too. Next toss up. At whose feet did Sapphira, Jalen? At whose feet did Sapphira fall? Yes, Tamara.
The elders.
No, looking for Peter. Next toss up. Okay, we knew. This one's attached to a 10-point bonus. When did Abraham circumcise Isaac? Andrew.
The 4th day.
No, can't take that answer. Jalen? That's it for 10. Here's your 10-point bonus. Southeastern. While Joseph was in Egypt, what two things happened all over the land of Egypt? And it's a bonus.
On the plains, famine, diseases.
They found a drought right in the land. No food. There was no food or water.
Ooh, I didn't hear a death and great affliction. No points awarded. Next toss up. This individual fell into a deep sleep while Paul. Yes, Jalen. No, I can't take that. Okay, Andrew.
Eutychus.
That's it for 10. Next toss up. Where was Alexander drawn from? Yes, Zion?
His house.
Good try. I can't take that answer. 2 seconds.
From the temple.
No, looking for out of the multitude. And we are at our half. Let's encourage these players. Oh, quick. We have 1 minute on the clock for our judges. I'm sorry, for our coaches to come up and talk with our teams.
Game 3, attention everyone. Game 3 will be between South Atlantic Conference and Southwest Region Conference. So teams, make sure you're ready.
Coaches come and encourage their players. At the end of our first half, we have Allegheny East 55, we have Southeastern Conference 115. We have a whole new 6 minutes on the clock. I don't know what happened just now. We'll get it together. So we got some more cards in front of us. Are we ready? Okay. It just came late. All right. All right, we got our 6 minutes on the clock. Folks are still coming in, so I'll give them a minute to get settled. We have no changes. Everybody stays the same. So right out the gate, we have a 20-point bonus for this attached to this toss-up. Y'all ready? Let's go. At the Jerusalem meeting, James references the words of the prophet stating the tabernacle of this patriarch. Yes, Zion?
David.
That's it for 10. Here's your 20-point bonus. Stop the clock for me. There we go. Here's your 20-point bonus, Southeastern. What charges did the damsel's masters bring against Paul and Silas as mentioned in Acts 16?
Speaking of things that the Romans were unfamiliar
Speaking of things against against Christ.
I didn't hear anything I needed to hear. Next toss up. Here we go. In Deuteronomy chapter 11, the Lord promised to multiply the days of Israel's children as the days of heaven upon what? Yes, Andrew.
Upon their womb.
No, I can't take that answer. Xavier? The earth is what I'm looking for. Next toss up. I'm gonna get it, y'all. Here we go. Next toss up. How many disciples were chosen to care for the yes, Tamara?
7.
Yes, that's it for 10. Next toss up. How long did Festus tarry with Paul's accusers in Jerusalem? Yes, Zion?
7 days.
Good try. I'll finish it for you, Allegheny East. How long did Festus tarry with Paul's accusers in Jerusalem before he returned to Caesarea? Yes, Tamara?
12 days.
Ooh, looking for 10 days. Next toss-up, next toss-up. This toss-up is attached to a 15-point bonus in Deuteronomy. If the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, they would be left few in number among who? Andrew?
The nations are surrounding them.
Ooh, good try, but I can't take that answer. I finished my question. Yes, Xavier?
Heathen nations.
Heathen's what I'm looking for, and here's your 15-point bonus, Southeastern. According to Deuteronomy chapter 6, Moses said the Lord would bring Israel to a land which he swore to their fathers. What 3 names are listed?
The Red Sea, Hebrew, Ramoth.
Okay, I was looking for Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Oh.
Next toss up. Missed that one. What is the second thing that happened to Ananias after he heard the words of Peter? Yes, Jalen? That's it for 10. Next toss up. What did those in authority do first to Peter and John? Yes, Jalen?
Ask him a question.
I'll finish it for you, Allegheny East. What did those in authority do first to Peter and John as they spoke to the people? Be specific. Yes, Andrew.
They looked at them.
Ooh, looking for laid hands on them. Next toss up. According to Deuteronomy, blemished animals could be eaten, but they could not. But this could not. Yes.
They could not be given as a sacrifice to God.
No, I can't take that answer. Yes, Xavier?
Offered to the Lord.
No, looking for the blood. The blood. Next toss up. What was Bar Jesus' religious background? Yes, Ian?
Jew?
Yes, that's it for 10. Now this next toss-up is attached to a 10-point bonus. What did Peter fasten upon a certain man when he... Yes, Andrew. What did Peter fasten upon a certain man when he asked for alms at the temple gates? Jalen? Looking for his eyes. He fastens his eyes. Next toss-up. To whose regiment did the centurion belong? Andrew.
Roman.
No, looking for Augustus. Augustus man. Next toss-up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 2, what did the Ammonites call the giants? Yes, Andrew?
Zamzumim.
You got it for 10. Next toss-up. What is, according to Deuteronomy 22:6, by chance, should be found in the way on the ground? Xavier.
And that's Damon Young.
Good try, but that's not what I can't take that answer.
Did you hear the question?
Did I finish it?
Yeah,
Did I finish the question?
you did.
I thought I did.
A slayer.
Oh, no. Next toss up. This one's attached to a 25-point bonus. By whose name are we saved? Tamara.
Lord Jesus Christ.
By whose name are we saved? Yes, Xavier.
God.
Oh, looking for just Jesus. Next toss up. I gotta take your first answer. Next toss up.
I said Jesus.
That's what she said first. She
Christ.
said Jesus Christ.
Stop right for me.
That was your third answer. She said,
Take Christ first.
Okay. The clock is
You said
stopped.
Jesus.
I have to take your first answer. And the
Christ
answer on the
Jesus.
card is Jesus.
Christ.
And your first answer was Christ, I believe. And so that's why I did not accept your answer.
Okay.
Here we go. Next toss up. What place did the pillar of the cloud stood over? Yes, Andrew.
Mount Sinai.
Oh no, I'll finish the question for you, Southeastern. What place did the pillar of the cloud stood over of the tabernacle? Yes, Xavier.
The door of the tabernacle.
The door is what I'm looking for. Next toss up. From which hand of the Lord? Yes, Xavier.
Right?
That's it for 10-2. Next toss up. What disciple, a man full of faith and Holy Ghost, Jalen? That's it for 10. Next toss up is attached to a 15-point bonus, guys. According to Deuteronomy chapter 12, Israel was instructed to utterly destroy all the places where the nation served their what? Xavier.
God.
That's it for 10, and here's your 15-point bonus, Southeastern. Fill in the blanks. Let no blank communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of blank, that it may minister grace unto the blank.
The civilification of the church,
To the people,
the ministers, the apostles, the brethren, to work in the gospel.
Trick the faith.
Okay. It said time got you. I didn't hear what I needed to. Corrupt, edifying, or hearers. Didn't hear any of those. Next toss up. In Deuteronomy chapter 7, the Lord promised to bless his people above all what? Andrew.
Nations.
Good try, but that's not what I'm looking for. Xavier?
Other people.
People's what I'm looking for. Next toss up. What did the people of Lystra call Paul? Zion. Southeastern. When Moses was addressing the Israelites in Deuteronomy 11, what did he say their eyes have seen?
The wonders, the mighty hand of God, miracles, wonders, and Egyptians, signs, wonders.
I can give you 5 for the Lord. All the great acts of the Lord which he did. Okay, and that's our game. Let's congratulate our players. This is our game here. And at the end of the game, the official game total is we have Allegheny East 75, we have Southeastern 230. All right.
We want to invite Southwest Region, South Atlantic Conferences to come and take their seats at this time.
This is, yes. Yes.
Yes, just so you know, I heard somebody mention in the audience the worship service tomorrow, divine worship service, does start at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. to 10:15. Don't be in the bed sleeping. Try and get some study in there, because you should have studied before now. Come on out, get the word, and after that, the Sabbath school will be having some games. We're going to be coming back in here playing some games, so we won't be here so long in the day. So keep that in mind, and then we'll have lunch, then we'll have our afternoon service, and then we'll come back and start our afternoon games. So keep that in mind, our worship service in the morning. That's why we don't have anybody eliminated on Friday night, because we don't want people thinking about that game that they lost instead of paying attention to the word, or if we had the games before the worship service. So we do the worship first, give God his due first. Amen. All right. This is senior youth game number 3 between South Atlantic and Southwest Region Conference. I'm going to ask that South Atlantic buzz in and state your name.
Josh.
Sandra.
You get the mic a little closer.
Jessica.
Jessica. There you
Kadima.
go. Is your mic on? Is it split forward? All right.
It wasn't on.
Are these mics on? Wally and John? Pull it forward. Pull the switch forward. Pull the switch forward. Yeah. Test. Who's the captain? Who's the captain? Sandra, you're
Yes,
the captain.
sir.
And who's your coach? All right, there is the coach. Let's give South Atlantic champions of the South Atlantic in the senior division a hand. All right, moving over to Southwest. Buzz in, state your name.
Waleed.
Waleed.
John.
John, who's going to be the captain? Be John, who's your coach? All right, there's the coach. Let's give the champions of Southwest a hand. All right, we got 6 minutes on the clock. Take a deep breath. All right, here we go. In Deuteronomy, Israel was to destroy the city that went out to serve other gods by burning it with fire and also, yes, John?
With a sword.
With a sword. Not what I'm looking for. Let me finish. I think I had one more word. In Deuteronomy, Israel was to destroy the city that went out to serve other gods by burning it with fire and also this. Sandra.
Brimstone.
All the spoils is what I was looking for. Good try, though. Where did Paul leave Aquila in Priscilla? Yes, Jessica.
In Perga?
In Perga. That's a good try. I won't fit this question, though. Southwest is all yours. John.
Jerusalem.
I was looking for Ephesus. Good tries, though. Here we go. Toss over the 10-point bonus. Fill in this blank from Deuteronomy chapter 34, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, This is the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Kedemah.
Jacob.
Jacob is right, and you've earned a 10-point bonus for your team. Here it is. It's from Deuteronomy 27. Fill in this blank. And thou shalt offer blank offerings, and shalt eat there, and blank before the Lord thy God.
Burnt
Peace
offerings,
offerings.
peace offerings, worship,
Praise.
praise, praise.
Burnt offerings?
I'll give you 5 points. I heard peace.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anybody say rejoice. Very good tries, though. Don't get this one. You did good. Toss up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 12, the Israelites were permitted to kill and eat flesh in all their way. Yes, that is John.
Gates.
Gates is correct for 10 points. Toss up. In Deuteronomy, Israel shall not be affrighted at their enemies, for the Lord their God is among them, and he is mighty in this. That's Sandra.
Works.
Works. It's a good try. I would guess the same. Now what I'm looking for here, Southwest is all yours. Yes, John.
Works.
That's what she said. Terrible. Terrible is what I'm looking for. Toss up. Where was Abraham when God appeared to him? Yes, that is Jessica.
Mesopotamia.
That's right, for 10 points. Toss up with a 25-point bonus attached. Who told the crippled man in Lystra to stand on his feet? Yes, Kedemah.
Peter.
Peter. That's a good try. Now what I'm looking for. It's all yours, Southwest. Yes, John.
Paul.
Paul is right for 10. And you've earned a 25-point bonus. Here it is. It's from Colossians. In Colossians 3, the believer is told to put off these 5 things.
Lasciviousness, uncleanness, false deeds, evil talking,
Time. Judges, I didn't hear any. No, I was looking for anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communications. How to be mouth. Good try, though. Toss up. Who bought the sepulcher Jacob was buried in? Yes, that's Jessica.
Abraham.
Right for 10 points. Toss up. In Deuteronomy chapter 2, the Avims, A-V-I-M-S, dwelt in Hazerim, even unto, yes, John.
Captain.
That's what I'm looking for. Even unto where? Kedemah.
Azar.
Right for 10 points. Toss up. Marcus is a sister's son to whom? Yes, John.
Paul.
Paul. Not what I'm looking for. Good try, though. This side you want to take. Yes, Joshua. Barnabas. Barnabas is right for 10 points. Toss up with a 10-point bonus attached. Who does Moses say will raise up a prophet among the people? Yes, that is Samuel.
God.
I'll give it to you for 10, and here's y'all's bonus. Fill in the blanks. The high priest said to the apostles, Did we not straightly blank you that you shall not blank in his name?
Command
Command you, tell you, threaten you,
command
teach
you.
in his name.
Command and teach. Whoever said teach, finish it for you. There it is for 10 points. Toss up. In Deuteronomy chapter 10, it states that the heaven of heavens is the Lord's, and also this with all that therein. Yes, John.
The earth.
Right for 10 points. The earth. Toss up. What was Saul or Paul filled with? Yes, Sandra.
The Holy Spirit.
I'll give it to you for 10. Toss up. In Jerusalem, after Barnabas.
Challenge.
What's the challenge?
Holy Ghost.
We can set either one. Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Here we go. Toss up. In Jerusalem, after Barnabas and Paul declared unto the brethren all the miracles and wonders God wrought through them, this apostle addressed the brethren. Yes, John.
Peter.
I want to look for a good try. This side, you want to take it? Let's see Joshua. Oh, James. Here we go. Good tries. Toss up. Both from, and with a bonus attached, both from Deuteronomy. It's a fill in the blank. Therefore choose life, so that both you and thy seed may blank. Sandra.
live.
Right, 10, and here's your bonus, 20 points. Why must the king read the book of the law every day?
So that you may know the law, so that the children may know the law, so that their sons and their sons shall know it,
So that they may know, so that
so
they
that
may
they may know,
forget.
so that they may praise the Lord.
So it may be
Stop. Captain, who's the captain? Give me your answer.
That they may serve the Lord, that they may not forget, that they'll keep his commandments, and they shall live. They'll
I'll
bless
give
the
you-
Lord.
I'll give you 10 points. Good try. Here we go. Toss up. Until when were Peter and John jailed? Yes, Jessica.
Midnight.
Midnight. Now what I'm looking for. This side is you. Yes, John.
6 hours.
The next day. Toss up. Starting with an L. Starting with a what?
L.
According to Deuteronomy 21:21, what would all Israel do when they hear of what was done to the stubborn? Yes, John.
Fear.
Fear is right for 10. And here's another toss up with 15. You guys did buzz in?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll let you clear. All right, toss over the 15-point bonus. At the Jerusalem meeting, James recommends that the Gentiles should abstain from pollution of this. That's just
Idols.
right for 10. And here's your 15-point bonus. After departing from Miletus, Paul and his companions eventually landed at Tyre. Why did the ship stop in Tyre?
To unload their ship,
To
to
unload
unload their burden,
to lighten their load,
to let go of the
You
wheat.
got it, 15 points. Toss up. What were the law of commandments contained in? Yes, that's just
Ordinances?
right. Ordinances is right for 10 points. Toss up. Joseph called his father Jacob and all his kindred to him. How many souls? Yes, just
315 souls.
right for 10 points. Toss up. What was the emotional state of Paul when he turned to the? Yes, that is John.
Mad.
Man, that's not what I'm looking for. Good try. Let me finish it for South Atlantic. What was the emotional state of Paul before he turned to the possessed damsel in Philippi? Yes, just
He was grieving the
he was grieved. Was all I needed for 10. That brings us to we have Southwest 40. We have South Atlantic 160. Coaches, you got 1 minute. Give your teams a hand. Yes. What look at this is.
Attention everyone, our next game will be our last game for the evening, featuring our host conference, Northeastern Conference, and Ontario Conference. Both conferences, please.
All right, any substitutions? Same pretty faces, handsome faces. All right, here we go. All right, Southwest, you're just 6 or 7 questions behind. Just grab a few of them and reel them in. And South Atlantic, you want to keep your foot pressed to the metal to the pedal. All right, pedal to the metal. All right. So here we go. Take a deep breath. We're gonna start. The first toss-up has a 25-point bonus attached. How many pieces of silver? Yes, that's John.
30 shekels.
Not what I'm looking for here. Let me finish it. How many pieces of silver were the books worth that were destroyed by the magicians in Ephesus? Yes, just
10,000 shekels of silver?
no, 50,000 is what I was looking for. That moment died. Oh. So, move the screen. Move the package. There you go. There you go. Okay, keep that up. Is it powered up? Make sure it's powered up.
Yes.
Yeah. Just hit it every now and then. All right, here we go. All right. Start the clock when I start a question. Give an answer starting with the letter V. Starting with the letter what?
V.
V. Return unto the Lord thy God and obey his John. Time catching. Good try, though. This side, you want to take it? Continue.
Vitality.
Obey his voice.
Oh.
You get too hard. We don't ask trick questions in Bible. It's just if you read the material, we just kind of get you to recall. Here we go. Paul told the Philippians that to him to live is Christ, but to die, John.
Gain.
Right? 10. Toss up. Who, according to Deuteronomy 21:5, being the son of Levi, shall come near? Yes, John.
Aaron.
Now, I'm looking for a good trial. This is how you want to take it.
The kindred.
Oh, the priest. Toss up. Jesus was out of what to the apostles when the cloud received Jesus? Yes, that's Jessica.
Out of sight.
Out of sight is right for 10 points. Toss up with a 20-point bonus. In Deuteronomy chapter 18, a Levite shall minister in the name of the Lord, as all his brethren do who stand where? That's John.
In the temple.
That's what I'm looking for. Decide you want to take it? It's Sandra.
Before God.
That's right. That's right for 10 points. Here's your 20-point bonus. The men of Ephesus worship two things. What are they?
Diana,
goddesses.
Jupiter.
I heard it for 20. Get rid of 10 points. 20 points. Which religious sect declared? Yes, that is Kadima.
Pharisees.
Right? Great anticipation for 10 points. Toss it up. What did the disciples say it would not be fair for them to leave to serve tables? Yes, Jessica.
Preaching the gospel?
That's what I'm looking for. It's all yours, Southwest. Yes, John.
The work.
Can you be more specific?
The ministry.
I was looking for more. The word of God is all I was looking for you to say. Toss it with a 10-point bonus. God does not dwell in temples made with what? Yes, Jessica. Hands is right. Here's your bonus. Fill in this blank from Ephesians. Wherefore I also, after I heard of your blank in the Lord Jesus, and blank unto all the saints.
Faith, love.
That's right. Faith and love is 10 points. Toss up. After passing by the wilderness of Moab, what was the name of the brook that the Lord? Yes, that is John.
Zered.
Right for 10. Toss up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 16, the judges and officers should not take a gift because he would do this. That is Sandra.
Pervert their judgment.
That's what I'm looking for. A good try. This side. Okay, John, go ahead.
Blind them.
Now she gave you half of pervert their words is what I was looking for. Toss up. Finish this verse completely at the end of Ephesians. Paul wishes grace to all them that whom love. Yes, that's Joshua.
Sincerity.
That's what I'm looking for. This side. You want to finish? Yes, John.
The Lord Jesus Christ.
That's it. That's it for 10 points. Toss up. How should you not send away one that has served you for 6? Yes, John.
Empty.
Right for 10 points. Toss up with a 10-point bonus. Name the wife of Felix. Yes, Jessica.
Bernice.
I'm looking for a good try, though. You want to take it, Southwest? Yes, John. Yes, John.
Saffron.
Time got you, Drusilla. Drusilla, toss up. Paul reasoned and persuaded Jews and Greeks in the synagogues on what day? Yes, Jessica. Right for 10. Toss up. What is given to every one of us according to the measure of that is Sandra?
Grace.
Right for 10. Toss up with a 10-point bonus. When Paul had gone over to the parts of Macedonia, what did he do there before he came to Greece? That is Jessica.
He preached the word.
That's a good try. That answer won't satisfy. Let's see what Southwest says. Waleed.
Mentor Timothy.
It's another good guess. Gave much exhortation is what I was looking for. Toss up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 8, the flocks and the herds of the Israelites would do this. That's Sandra.
Multiply.
Right for 10 points. Toss up. Who did Moses say these words to in the sight of Israel? Be strong and of a good courage. Yes, just
Joshua.
Joshua is right for 10 points. Toss up. How long should the people keep the commandments of God? That's Sandra.
Forever.
Now, when I'm looking for a good trial, this is how you want to take it. Waleed.
Always.
Right for 10 points, always. Toss up. This is a fill in the blank from Acts chapter 19. He said unto them, have ye received a blank? Yes, that's Jessica.
The Holy Ghost.
That's right, for 10. Toss up with a 10-point bonus attached. In the last chapter of Deuteronomy, what city is called the city of palm trees? That is Jessica.
Jericho.
Jericho is right. And here you've earned a 10-point bonus. And here it is from Acts 18. After his vision, how long did Paul stay at Corinth? 7 seconds.
3 days.
3 days.
3 days.
3 months. A month.
1 day.
1 day.
2 years.
3 months.
Time. I'll give you half. Somebody said 6 months. I heard somebody say 5 points. I didn't hear a year. It's well, 4 years, 6 months. All right, here we go. In whose name may signs and wonders be done? That is just.
Jesus Christ.
Can you be more specific?
Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
That's good. Let's see what they say over here. John.
God.
All right. You had half of it, but it's a toss-up. Can't give you part because Jesus, holy child, is what I'm looking for in this case. Toss-up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 14, Israel was forbidden to eat anything that dies of itself. That is John.
That clear with the claps.
Now, I'm looking for. Let me finish it for you. No reason I gave him time because it sounds. According to Deuteronomy chapter 14, Israel was forbidden to eat anything that dies of itself, but could give it to the stranger. Yes, Sandra.
That is within their gates.
Right! For 10 points. Very good, very good. All right, that brings us to the end of the game. That's Southwest Senior Youth 90, South Atlantic Senior Youth 305. Shake hands. And we got one more game in here. Yes, ma'am. Evaluation. Team that just played. That's John, Wabi, Lima, the coaches. Make sure you fill out the evaluation form. It's going to be make sure it's the right one. Right kick. That's it, right? There.
Go ahead.
Eastern and Ontario. I said A-N-G-E-L, right? You said I-Q-U-E. I-Q-U-E.
All right, so this is game 4.
is
All right, so we're gonna have our teams test their buzzers. I'll start to my left. Go ahead, Daniel. What's your name?
Daniel.
Welcome, Daniel.
Garfield.
Garfield, and who is our captain? All right, Garfield. Let's welcome our Ontario Senior Youth team. And we'll start all the way to my right from Miss Angelique. Angelique. All right. Go ahead, test your buzzer. What's your name?
Davin.
Davin, welcome.
Andrew.
Andrew, welcome. And who is the captain on this Northeastern team? Davin. All right, let's welcome our senior youth from Northeastern, everybody. And so this is our last game of the evening. So it's going to be a good one, by God's grace. So we have our 6 minutes on the clock, and we are good to go. All right. The time will begin after I finish reading my first question. Here's your first toss-up. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down. Yes, Andrew?
Very low.
That's it for 10. Good read. Next toss-up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 10, the children of Israel took there to a place called Mosera. Who died? Yes, Daniel?
Aaron.
That's it. You're on the board for 10 points. And this next toss-up is attached to a 10-point bonus. Where were Paul and Silas leaving when they shook the dust from the... Yes, Andrew? All right, Tom got you. I'll finish the question for you, Ontario. Where were Paul and Silas leaving when they shook the dust from their feet? Yes, Daniel?
The synagogue of the Jews in Corinth.
No, I'm looking for Antioch and Pisidia.
That's
Next.
not Paul.
Challenge.
That's not Paul.
okay, challenge.
All right, so are you
Challenge
challenging
the
it?
question.
I mean, that's the wrong question. It's Paul and Barnabas.
Yeah. Because he
Okay.
said Silas, so I thought it was chapter 6.
I'm gonna go ahead and put some challenge on it. We'll figure that out here. No points in order anyway. That's attached over on this. Let's go. Next toss-up. In Deuteronomy chapter 14, Israel could eat every beast that parted the hoof. Yes, Garfield?
And cleave it to cleft into two claws.
I'll finish it for you, Northeastern. In Deuteronomy chapter 14, Israel could eat every beast that parted the hoof, and also cheweth the what? Yes, Andrew?
Because
That's what I'm looking for. Next toss-up. In whose house did Paul's company stay? Yes, Andrew?
Manasseh.
I'll finish the question for Ontario. In whose house did Paul's company stay while in Caesarea? Yes, Daniel?
Philip the evangelist.
That's it. Philip's what I need for 10. This next toss-up is attached to a 15-point bonus. Fill in the blank. Seeing then that these things cannot be spoken against, ye ought to be quiet and to do yes, Andrew?
Nothing rashly.
That's what I'm looking for, and here's your 15-point bonus, Northeastern.
Challenge.
Okay.
Rash. Nothing rash.
That's not.
He said
My
rash.
card says Rashly, and that's what he answered, so that's what I'm going
Wait.
to go.
It says rash.
So are you challenging that the answer is rash?
Yes.
Okay. No points awarded. We'll take care of this at the half as well. And that's attached to a 15-point bonus here. Rashly, rash, we'll deal with it at the half. Here we go. In speaking to the brethren in Jerusalem, by whose mouth did Peter say that yes, Andrew?
God.
No, I'll finish the question for Ontario. In speaking to the brethren in Jerusalem, by whose mouth did Peter say the Gentiles should hear the word of the gospel? Yes, Garfield?
By his own mouth.
That's it, that's it. Next toss-up. What was done to the grapes in the vineyard? Yes, Andrew?
Eating the worms.
I'll finish it for Ontario. What was done to the grapes in the vineyard before it was made available to the fatherless? Garfield?
They were gathered up.
That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Next toss-up. In Deuteronomy chapter 18, the Lord gave Israel a prophet because they said they did not want to hear again what? Andrew.
The voice of the Lord.
That's it for 10-2. Next toss-up. According to Deuteronomy, the children of Israel asked Moses to go near and hear the words of God, and they would hear it and... Yes, Andrew.
Do it.
That's it too. Next toss up. This one's attached to a 10-point bonus. Stephen says in his sermon in Acts 7 that the people took up the tabernacle of, yes, Andrew? That's it. This one's attached to a 10-point bonus. Describe the actions of the one, brethren, that Paul said added affliction to his bonds. It's a bonus, according to the book of Philippians. All right, I didn't hear anything I needed to hear on that one. Next toss up, Mr. Bonus. Deuteronomy records that we should lend unto many. Yes, Garfield?
We should not lend with usury, but we can lend things that are of ourselves.
Okay, so no, I can't take that. I'm going to finish it for Northeastern. Deuteronomy records that we should lend unto many nations, but not to do, yes, Andrew?
Not borrow.
Borrow is what I'm looking for. Next toss up. Be specific. Who opened the prison doors? Yes, Andrew. That's what I'm looking for. You got it for 10?
Challenge. It opened of its own accord.
Okay, if you challenge, it's okay.
Okay, you have a right to challenge, and we'll take that up at the half.
It's okay.
The angel of the Lord, and you said it opened up of its own accord. You guys got that down for me?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Here we go. This one's attached to a 20-point bonus, everybody. Joshua was full of the spirit of what? Yes, Andrew?
What?
Can't take that answer, but I'll finish it for Ontario. Joshua was full of the spirit of what, according to Deuteronomy chapter 34? Daniel.
Wisdom?
Yes, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. Here's your 20-point bonus, Ontario. What things were the children of Israel told to do to the gods of the other nations?
To burn them down, cut down the images, burn the groves, cut down, break, destroy, burn utterly with fire.
Okay, I can give you 15 out of 20. I didn't hear breakdown.
I said breakdown.
He did.
You got them all?
They didn't say destroy the altars. They said everything. 15, 5, 10, 15.
You didn't hear destroy?
No, but 15, you're right. 5,
Okay.
10, 15.
Make sure we're on the same page. Here we
Yep.
go. Next toss up. In Ephesians, what word is used to describe the riches that God will? Yes, Garfield?
Glorious.
Ooh, I'll finish it for Northeastern. In Ephesians, what word is used to describe the riches that God will show to us in his kindness? Dive in.
Wonderful.
Looking for exceeding. Okay, next toss up. Who said to Moses, this is the Andrew?
The Lord.
That's it for 10. Next toss up. According to Deuteronomy chapter 9, the Lord was angry with this. Yes, Garfield?
He was angry with Aaron.
That's what I'm looking for. Next toss up. Servants are to be obedient to their master. Okay, go ahead, Garfield.
As the Lord commandeth, not with eye circumcision.
I'll finish it for Northeastern. Servants are to be obedient to their masters with fear and trembling, as unto whom? Andrew. Looking for as unto Christ. Next toss up. Fill in the blank from the book of Deuteronomy. Understand, therefore, this day that the Lord thy God is he which goeth before thee as a consuming blank. Yes, Garfield.
Fire.
That's it for 10. Stop the clock for me for a minute. All right, this next toss-up is attached to a 10-point bonus. You ready? Be specific. In Deuteronomy chapter 5, the Lord says that Israel shall have none of these. Yes, Daniel.
None other gods.
That's it, other gods. And here's your 10-point bonus, Ontario. And thy blank that is over thy head shall be brass, and the blank that is under thee shall be iron. And thy blank
Crown thy
that is over thy head shall be brass, and the blank that is under thee shall be iron.
thy shoes
What a look for heaven and earth. Heaven and earth. And we are at our half. Let's encourage our players. Quickly. We have 3 challenges that we have to take care of, so let's go ahead and do that. That's it, right? This is the last one.
Yeah, she is. So we ask her what she has. We're ready to. So what do you have right now? Okay. I have it ready.
Coaches, you can come up. You have a minute. As of now. And then don't forget you have the challenges we have to discuss too.
Make sure, because if it runs out before,
Yeah.
if it runs out, it'll block her, she can't do it.
Okay, gotcha. I have it. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So I don't know why they talk. Yeah. Yeah. But you said coach to come up. I mean, I can tell the person. Yeah. So the coach. Yeah. Coach. The first challenge, the answer is rashly. The one dealing with Paul and Silas and Paul and Barnabas, no one got it right, but they were correct. It is Paul and Barnabas. Question was Paul and Barnabas. I know you were saying you would have answered it correctly.
In chapter 18, Paul, he shook off his shoes from off his feet for a testimony against him in court. That's why I said, I'm the synagogue in court.
So you we have to throw the question out.
Yeah.
Throw the question out.
And it wasn't attached to any bonus.
Yeah,
so
right.
We just will throw that out.
The Rashly.
Wait a minute. So it was Rashly for the first one.
Rashly.
So it was Rashly. So that's 10. Was that attached to a bonus or no? Just bear with us. I'm sorry. I'm trying
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so let's go with our bonus first. All right, so the points were awarded just now, right? And here's your 15-point bonus that went with that question. You can hear me, right? I don't need a mic. Good. What things did Paul say? What things did Paul show as he began to preach from Damascus and throughout the coast of Judea?
Miracles,
signs,
that Jesus was the Christ, and that this was indeed Christ.
All right, what's the next bonus? What's the next question, rather?
The question regarding the angel who opened the doors, it is the angel of the Lord.
Okay, and they answered that from the Bible word for word?
They did.
Because you said Paul and Silas when they opened the doors, so we thought.
No.
That's the question we threw out there.
We threw out the Paul and Silas one.
Okay, was that attached to a bonus? We're trying to find that one.
The angel.
I'm sorry. No, it was not. That's 10 points. All right.
So give him no.
Yeah.
Did you just give him 10 points? Yeah, to give them the 10 points.
That goes to them.
She just gave it. No?
That's another 10 points. There we go. Last question, Michelle. You had 3, right?
Yeah. That was it.
Oh, the other one was just an example. Okay, because now I have a. Yeah. Let me just get in the scrolls real quick and then I'll come back. So at the end of this half, I know it was a little laborsome, but we got it together. We have a really close game. We have 6 more minutes left. We have 95 Ontario, 90 Northeastern. We put a fresh new 6 minutes on the clock. And then we'll get it going for y'all. Nobody? All right, thank you. All right. Okay, y'all, thank you for your patience. Here we go, another 6 minutes on the clock. This is our second half. Good game so far. I know we'll continue. According to Acts 5:16, name the city where the sick, yes, Andrew?
Jerusalem.
That's it for 10. Next toss up. In Deuteronomy, Israel was to destroy the city that went out to serve other gods. Yes, Andrew?
Acquired more diligently.
I'll finish it for you, Ontario. In Deuteronomy, Israel was to destroy the city that went out to serve other gods, and to gather all the spoil of it into the midst of this. Daniel.
The city.
Oh, no, looking for the street. The street. Next toss up. This one's attached to a 15-point bonus. What did the Lord say? The hire of whore and the price of it. Yes, Andrew?
Abomination.
I'll finish it for Ontario. What did the Lord say? The hire of whore and the price of a dog should not be brought into the house of the Lord for. Garfield.
For money?
Looking for any vow, any vow. Next toss up. Fill in the blank from Deuteronomy 33:2. From the Lord's right hand went a blank law for them. Yes, Daniel?
Fiery.
Yes, that's it for 10. Next toss up. Where should one not enter if his privy member be cut off? Yes, Daniel?
The house of the Lord.
Good try, but I can't take that answer. Yes, Andrew?
Congregation.
That's what I'm looking for. Next toss up. Who did Stephen say was made known unto his... Yes, Andrew.
Joseph.
Yes, that's it too. Next toss up. Acts chapter 6, verse 15 says, all that sat in the council looking at Stephen. So, yes, Andrew?
Face of an angel.
Yes, that's it for 10. This next toss up is attached to a...
My buzzer's kind of not working.
Stop the clock for me. Test it for me, Daniel.
Because it takes me like 3 times to like get it.
But it's working. Okay. All right.
Now, as long as this light is on.
Yeah, it'll.
No, like I've been buzzing before, but then
You can grab one next to
Pick up the next one. I just switch it over here.
All right, try it now.
You good? Okay, good. All right. This is that door to close. Come on, everybody, get in quick. All right, thank you so much. Here we go. So this next toss-up is attached to a 10-point bonus, guys. Before whom did those who did curious arts burn? Yes, Andrew. I'll finish the question for Ontario. Before whom did those who did curious arts burn their books? Yes, Daniel.
before Paul.
No, before all men. Next toss-up. What was Peter's response to the rulers? Yes, Garfield.
All these things have I not.
I'll finish it for Northeastern. What was Peter's response to the rulers? If we this day be what? Yes, Andrew.
Judged.
No, looking for examined. Next toss-up. This one's attached to a 25-point bonus, everybody, in the book of Ephesians. Who did Paul say the truth is in? Yes, Andrew. Jesus is all I need for 10, and here's your 25-point bonus, Northeastern. What did Paul say should not be named among the Ephesians?
Vainglory, evil, iniquity,
Sin, deception,
wickedness.
craftiness.
Ooh, didn't hear anything I needed to hear. Next toss up. According to Deuteronomy 20, verse 15, the Lord said, the other cities were not of these. What were they not of? Yes, Andrew? No, can't take that answer. You got 2 seconds, Ontario. Daniel?
Cities of refuge.
No, not that either. Next toss up. This one is a fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. Who shall go over the blank for us that we may, yes, Garfield?
The Jordan.
I'll finish for Northeastern. Fill in the blank. Who shall go over the blank for us that we may hear it and do it? Andrew.
The river.
No, looking for the sea. The sea. Next toss up. In Deuteronomy chapter 7, it states that the Lord will repay those that. Yes, Andrew?
To the face.
Face is all I need for 10. Next toss up. Good read. This one's attached to a 10-point bonus. What did the keeper of the prison set? Yes, Andrew.
Meat.
Yep, that's it for 10. Here's your 10-point bonus, Northeastern. When the Jews and the Gentiles in Iconium sought to stone Paul and Barnabas, to which cities did they flee?
Lystra and Derbe and
Got them both for 10. That's all I need. Hey, stop while you're ahead. Next toss up. This apostle was recorded as departing with... Yes, Andrew.
Barnabas.
I'll finish for Ontario, okay? This apostle was recorded as departing with Silas and going through Syria. Yes, Daniel?
Paul.
Paul, is it? Next toss-up. From where did the sound of a mighty rush... Yes, Davin? Yes, heaven. Next toss-up. The apostles, elders, and brethren in Jerusalem sent greetings to the Gentile brethren in Antioch, Syria, and this city. What city, Daniel?
Jerusalem.
No, can't take that answer. You got 2 seconds? Yes, Andrew?
Phoenice.
No, looking for Cilicia. Next toss-up. Name the band that, yes, Davin? I'll finish it for Ontario. Name the band that Julius the Centurion was from. Garfield.
Augustus.
That's what I'm looking for. Next toss-up. This one's attached to a 20-point bonus. Who was the high priest? Yes, Andrew?
Annas. Annas.
Annas.
No.
That's his first answer. He said Annas.
The pronunciation is wrong, I know.
Right.
Stop the clock.
Don't you spell it?
He said Enid.
I know it wasn't Ananias. You said Annas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that's wrong.
The pronunciation is wrong. I can
Spell it for me.
A-N-N-A-S. That's it?
That's fine. I have no problem with that because I know it's not Ananias.
Yeah, I know.
You might say Anus, you may say Annas, but I know it's not Ananias, and I'm good with that. Next up, here's your 20-point bonus. According to Deuteronomy chapter 10, list 4 things that the Lord required of Israel. 4 things.
That they can meet the statutes, the judgments, and the commandments, and the law.
I didn't hear anything I needed to hear. Next toss up. In whom did Paul say the Philippians rejoice? Yes, Garfield.
In Christ Jesus.
That's it for 10. Got it. Next toss up. About how many men joined Theudas? Yes, Daniel.
400 men.
400 is what I need for 10. What nationality was... Okay.
He was a Roman. He was also a Jew, but...
You know I can't take that. Let me finish the question for you. What nationality was Jose or... Yes, Andrew.
Levite.
Levite is the... Stop the clock. Say your answer. This is for everybody. You know how Bible goes. Say your answer and move on. Now I'll take your first answer. Levite. Next toss up. This one's attached to a 15-point bonus. According to Deuteronomy chapter 9, Moses received 2 tables of stone written by what? Yes, Garfield?
The finger of God.
Yes, that's it for 10. Here's your 15-point bonus. Ontario. Fill in the blank. Salute the brethren which are in blank, and the blank which is in his house. Okay? Salute the brethren which are in
Corinth,
and blank.
Jerusalem,
And blank, which is in his house.
and the saints,
the saints,
the elders,
people.
the disciples, the apostles.
I can give you 5 because I heard Laodicea, but I was looking for Memphis and church. Okay? And do we have any challenges on this one? All right, we got away clean on that. So at the end of our game, and this was a good game. We have Ontario 160, we have Northeastern Conference 200. Let's shake hands. You're gonna see each other, I'm sure, next tomorrow. You guys are 2 great teams. 2 great teams.
So game 5 will be tomorrow. Oh no. If you look at the schedule, it tells you the games. So you only focus on game 1, 2, 3, tonight. Game 5 is the very next game tomorrow. That'll be 10:30. Game 5 will be at 10:30 tomorrow. That's the rhythm. Yeah. Who's playing in game 5 tomorrow?
So our first game tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. will be between South Central Conference and South Atlantic Conference.
10:30. Please tomorrow go to the worship service first, then come in here.
Worship is at 9 a.m.
Did you get a night's sleep? Yeah, you put in that box. It goes in. Let me take a picture of Good job,
I'm gonna go get some rest.
So these computers. Those are mine. Just keep them there. You sure? Yeah, I want to take it with me. I'll pack it up. I got the bag for it. Okay, good. I got the bag for it. Was it able to get the streaming going? Yeah, it did. It was streaming. Really? All 5 rooms? Yeah. Really? I was wondering if you so they finally got it going. Because I went to the website, I didn't see anything that said, on my phone, but I didn't know I was doing the right spot.
Some rooms we didn't put it because it shines in their face.
Oh, well, I said that.
Yeah, put them in there.
When they should put it like this here.
What's the name of the meeting?
Because what happened was they wanted it close together. And I was saying if you had it
5 teams,
spread out, like I had originally had it, then this wouldn't have been in 4 games. 4 times 2.
Because some rooms it's fine, but some rooms just
like right over here.
Yeah.
Room 4. I had it to where just right there.
Yeah.
Turned it on and I kept talking like it ain't gonna work because something right there is like bam.
Right. Yeah. So I just had to turn it off.
Yeah. Okay. Because what happened like when we originally set it up, we had everything over that way, and space shot through.
Right.
And then it's because of the camera angle, they wanted to close it. I said, well, one or the other.
Yep.
And it came up with it.
Hey, how you doing? Doing all right? Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. Just talking about the oh, man, I appreciate you, man. You keep it big, man. I just threw my blood. How'd it go over here? You moderated what the
Adult.
How'd it go?
Come on, man, Denise. Yes. How was it? I was good, Denise. Hello, Denise. Little bit.
They played the last game.
Yeah, they did okay. They held their own.
So they didn't win?
No.
It's good stuff. I was just glad they had to play real late like they did last year. We done.
Okay. You leaving that set up?
I'm leaving it all in here.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Yeah,
Freddie, man. You miss playing? I miss you playing too, man. I was talking about you the other night. I said I miss Freddie, man. I came like that. I said we were just talking about that the other night.
Man, I tell you, man. I like me and Norton going at it for you. Yeah, Denise going at it.
Yeah, Paul was asking about y'all too. Paul Ilka.
Yes.
Yes, he was asking.
Paul is in Detroit now.
Yeah, he's in Detroit. He said he's gonna play again Lake Region next year. He just couldn't get nobody to play with him this year. He wanted to come so bad. So.
He told me he made me promise he's going to coach next year. He's a coach on the phone.
Oh really? Wow. Wow. Man, I really appreciate your attitude, man. How you teach the kids to have fun with the game and bring the right attitude to the game. That's so important.
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah. No, that box stays there. Campbell, good job, man.
Thank you.
Good job. I had to make a call. I had to presume he's playing that division. I had to presume he's playing that division. All that games, I didn't want to get everything confused. And then we had everything already set up. And I asked the audience, and they said, yeah, that's what happened. So that's what we did. Oh, did you know this? You see, this is my cable that goes in this band. So where's the cable I have for this band? Ooh, so I'm trying to make sure you're not losing the cables. Yeah. So, yeah, I said, now if you've been earlier, I had time to explain and get. And then I got to thinking about the laptop situation. I said, man, we're going to unhook them. Well, it was, but it's okay. Actually, you know what really helped out a whole lot that I didn't realize how much it helped? Me having the second laptop here, it helped out with not having to hook up. All we had to do was switch that out, and we didn't have to fool with hooking mine. We had that one laptop trying to do both.
Right,
and that helped out all of that. And then these two people in here were great. They knew how to put the names in, and I was like, man, this is nice. I ain't got a pin or two like I did last year, so it was great. Hey man, hey Doc, we're trying to get out your way, man. I know she told you to like it.
No, my question is, even though I didn't win my bet about the gesture.
Oh, what it was going to be used for?
Did we use it?
Yeah. Okay. You ever want to use that?
No, because see, in meeting room 4, because the tables are close. You know, like
it would shine on their face.
Bam, not shine on it. Like
we'd have to kick it up and make it smaller.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So can we make an adjustment other than tomorrow to ensure that they all work and then we can use them?
Somebody's going to do it.
Who's going to skip it?
Yeah.
They're going to lock it, so bring your stuff. We know we're talking about doing that.
She is buying breakfast tomorrow. You are buying breakfast.
What do you want?
Small glass of tea. And bouillon sauce. Yep. They still going in one.
We got the back.
This is Pam's.
It is Pam's bag too.
Yes. Oh, I need a pass.
Whose computer is this? She's right outside. Just disconnected.
Oh, I need to stop encoder first.
Tuesday 4 exclamation mark.